Fitz. Let me see. It is Fitz. And if you guys are not aware, apparently there was just an assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump's life. Let me pull up these comments. So yeah, there was just an attempt on Donald Trump's life, apparently. Um, so I want to get on and talk about that real quick because honestly, I feared that something like this would happen. I feared that something like this would happen. Hold up, let me clean up this camera. Okay. So yeah, that didn't make it much better. So there was an attempt on President Trump's life, apparently. At first, I thought that it was a joke. At first, I thought that it was one of those AI videos, but it looks like it's real. Looks like it's real. So I wanted to get on and say, um, a lot of people who disagree with Donald Trump's politics, who don't like him for the things that he says, that will probably be glad that this happened. Probably be glad that this happened. So a little bit about how I came to know this. I was chilling at the park. I got online, opened up Instagram, and I saw, I think it was Russell Brand had said assassination attempt or something like that on Donald Trump. So I'm watching the video and I see blood coming from Donald Trump's head. And one of the first thoughts that came to my mind was, is this staged? Right? Is this staged? Because oftentimes what we'll see is, some political attention being garnered through stunts like this. I don't want to say like this, but through other methods of just doing things to get attention, to give you a boost. In this case, what I can say is that if this was staged, this is going to rile up Trump supporters more than ever before. Because much like the cases, someone said, let me get my shoe, Trump. Yeah, he was talking about, let me get my shoe. We got Sean in the building. We got Doom Guy in the building. What's up, y'all? Thank you for tuning in. But it's hard when these things come out because we don't know whether it's real. We don't know whether it's fake. We don't know if it was set up. Something that came to my mind was when the Secret Service were huddled over him, were they doing something to make it look like it was the wrestling blood that comes off of the ear? You know, when you watch wrestling and the dudes are bleeding, it's not real blood. Was it something like that? That's just, I think that's normal. That's normal for people to think. Um, I don't know at this point. I don't know. We'll see as things unfold. If there's someone arrested, if there's investigation, maybe there'll be video footage that shows what happened, and if there's some angles that maybe people got, if there are some people in the crowd. I do want to touch on something I found interesting. But before I do that, if you are watching the stream right now, please hit that like button, show support for the channel. Hit the like button. We got 14 people in on the video watching right now. Please hit the like button, show support for the channel. Push this video out to other people. And leave comments. Let me know what you think. If I'm hitting it right, hitting it wrong, let me know your perspective in the comment section and we can have a dialogue. As long as it's respectful. But please hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel. But one thing that I did find interesting is that in the video, you do hear shots, you do hear gunshots, but I didn't see anybody in the crowd running. I did not see anybody in the crowd running. I did not see anybody in the crowd panicked, and that stood out to me. Okay, so two to win said the press is reporting there has been an arrest. The incident was real, not staged. Okay, I figured it was real, not staged, but that still crosses my mind when things come out. You know, black people, we don't trust nothing. We don't trust. We don't even trust the credits in movies. That's not who was acting in that movie. That's not who was acting. But yeah, I mean, it's a good thing that it wasn't staged. When I say it's a good thing, I'm not saying I'm glad it happened. What I'm saying is that, if this was something just to garner attention or this was something that was fake, I think that that's low. And I think that, it takes away from when there are serious issues. But back to what I was saying, someone said, "Do you like Putin?" No, I don't particularly like Putin. Sean said, "It's definitely a setup. They're trying to take Trump out because that's the only way Biden will win." I do agree with that. The crowd hit the floor after the initial shock of the incident, also according to the news media. See, I saw some people looking worried, but in the background of where Trump was, they were just standing there. They were pretty much just standing there. I saw some people looking worried, but me personally, I'm running. I'm leaving. Right? I'm the dude where if I see a dog way up there on one side of the street, I'm crossing the street. So I'm getting out of there. But I sat back and I said, wow, there's not a lot of people running. These people want to see if he's okay. That was my thinking. They want to see if he's okay. Because when you think about it, and I was watching a documentary on JFK, his assassination recently, like within the last 3 days. So this was crazy when I saw this. It was like synchronicity. Like, is this JFK all over again? And I was watching a video and I was just like, man, could that happen today? Could a president or a former president or elect be assassinated today? And this goes to show you if they were shooting at him with an actual gun, he may not be here. He may not be here if that gun would have hit, if the bullet would have hit him a different way. He may not be here. So it's wild. Someone said, I heard the shooter is dead and someone in the audience got injured. Wow, that's crazy. Because they don't want him to talk, same as JFK killer. God bless you, brother. Thank you. I'm trolling. Chill. Appreciate it. It was an attempt to assassinate Donald Trump. It's Pennsylvania. They're both afraid of guns of guns or gunfire, or they're not afraid of guns or gunfire. That's true. Some areas that people could be used to gunfire and things like that. Wow. So there is someone. The shooter is dead. So how did someone else say that there was an arrest made? So if the shooter is dead, how was there an arrest made? Is that like, they still? I've seen some videos, police shootings, where they still handcuff the person even after they shot them and they're dead. Is that like that? Because if the shooter is dead, how are they arrested? A question is this a surprise for Americans, not American here? Honestly, this isn't a surprise. This isn't a surprise. This is what we do. This is the kind of stuff we do, right? We talk about how barbaric all these other countries are, but then we see something like this where a presidential candidate, a former president, is shot on stage, and it doesn't really shock anybody. And you know what? I'm willing to bet money. I'm willing to bet money that, and I want to give Joe Biden the benefit of the doubt, but I'm willing to bet money that Joe Biden does not speak out about this in a way that's respectful to Donald Trump. I'm willing to bet money. Let me know in the comment section, y'all. Is Joe Biden going to, uh, is he going to support Trump in this moment and say wrong is wrong? You shouldn't be trying to kill him. Is he going to separate himself from anyone that's trying to take Donald Trump's life? Let me know in the comments. CNN says the shooter was neutralized. Okay, so that's good. I mean, CNN, they're I don't really watch them, but if they're saying that, they're not going to put their reputation on the line. I don't think to say that they're neutralized when they're not. So, someone from Trump security while they were protecting him said shooter is dead. Okay, So that's what I'm getting. The general census. Let me pull this up. I got my laptop right here as well. Uh, Trump assassination. This is crazy. This is a Saturday. Okay, so yeah, it's the New York Post is saying attempted Trump assassin is dead. Now, here's the thing, and I don't know if they've released a photo of the person or anything like that. It's going to be interesting to see what the race of the person was. Because if this was a black person, if this was any other race besides a white person, it's going to cause hell. I could see this. I could see this causing hell if the race of the person is not white. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that race is going to play a factor in this if the person is not white? Do you think that this will be like a rallying cry? What do y'all think? Now will the White House correspondence Trump allow him to? Yeah, I figured none. Why? Someone said why are so let me see. Weird Alan. Why? So I don't know, Weird Alan Loner. If you're saying why do I think that if it's anything other than white, it'll be it's much not white. So this could be the opportunity where his base, a lot of them that maybe they're not a lot of them, certain demographics of them who already have a bad picture of people who are not white in their mind could use this to say, see, they're trying to take our candidate out. It's not something that I'm deeply invested in, but I do think that there's a certain narrative that will be pushed if it is someone who isn't white. I do think that that's the narrative. And if it is someone who is not white, I guarantee you Democrats will defend them in a way that's crazy, right? They would try to justify it. They would try to spin it and put it on Trump. Like, see, this is what happens when you. This is what happens when you uh, talk down on people. This is what happens when you vilify people. They'll try to put it on Trump. Bet money if it's not a white person that did this, they will try to spin it and make it seem like Trump brought this on himself. Trump bought this on and Weird Alan Loner. The reason I say that is because I remember back when Michael Jackson had died and everyone found out his doctor was black. I remember the comments people were making that if it would have been a white doctor, all hell would have broken loose. The black community would have rioted if a black doctor would have been responsible for killing Michael Jackson. And so I always tend to look at race and things like that and see how would it fit here, how would it fit there. But I'm interested to see how this plays out because I don't know that we've had a recent assassination attempt on a presidential candidate that I can remember. I mean, I'm saying more recently. Of course, there were ones in the past that, were there. But in my lifetime, I'm 30, 31. I don't know that there's been a recent assassination attempt. I don't even think Obama had attempts on his life like that. American politics, no matter what side, is always used to play you guys. I do agree that it's always used to play black people and other groups of people, but there are other things that are used to play other groups of people as well. I do think that race is not just used to play black people; it's used to play white people as well. Because the lies that they tell about black people being criminals, the lies that they tell about black people being less intelligent, or black people not having emotion, like when they label us super predators and things like that. A lot of that was lies. The lies that black people were inherently inferior to white people, and that black people didn't feel pain. These are some of the earlier narratives that were propagated in America and in the colonies. And this is what justified slavery and justified colonialism against African people and the dehumanization of black people. So I do think it works on both sides. Weird Al Loner said, we still may not have a legitimate attempt. Let's hope this wasn't staged. This will truly seal the deal for his presidency if he wins sympathy vote. I agree. I agree. And it's gonna be hard to truly understand if this was staged, right? It's gonna be hard because there's gonna be a bunch of videos that come out and say, well, if he got shot like this, then this would have happened, and I heard this many shots. But my thing is this: if this was staged and there's somebody dead, I don't know how Trump would bounce back from that. If Trump got somebody killed because he staged an attack, who's willing to just die to stage a Donald Trump attack? Who's willing to do that? I know his supporters are loyal. I know that, but who woke up this morning and was like, hey, I'm in cahoots with Trump, and I'm going to go to his rally and I'm going to shoot at him and get killed or possibly killed? I don't think anyone's doing that. Regardless of how much you like his tax cuts, wasn't that good? It's not. I mean, I know there are super fans out there. Me, I'm like a as close as a super fan to Kevin Hart. I'm not taking a bullet for that nigga. I'm not. I'm not. No, I'm not taking a bullet for him. Shoot, man, I wanted the Dallas Mavericks to win the NBA Finals championship. I wouldn't even stub my toe to let them win. If I can't watch the game on the couch or wherever and be safe, it ain't worth it to me. So I don't know who's that down for Trump. I don't know who's that down for him. This seems real. This seems legit. This seems like this was an actual attempt on his life. It seems like it was an actual attempt on his life. Let me pull up this New York Times article, because this is wild. I was not expecting this, y'all. I was not expecting to be on a live video talking about Donald Trump and a possible attempted assassination. That sounds weird just saying it, right? 2024 been crazy. There was an attempted assassination on Donald Trump's life. That is wild. That is wild. And here's my thing, right? Here's what I don't understand about this. So when I do my live videos and I talk, uh, I try to come from a place of empowerment. Like, you can do whatever you want. You, as an individual, you can wake up and you can choose to go out there and make your life better, right? Someone said white voice. This is just how I talk. This is how I've always talked. I'm not trying to talk any different. This is just how I talk. But I push personal development. I push you being the best version of yourself. And a lot of people, they get upset with that because they want to put it on the politics. They want to put it on the politician to make their life better. Listen, whether Donald Trump got assassinated, whether Donald Trump is president, Joe Biden is president, that's going to have little to no effect, really, if you're a winner. If you wake up as a winner and you're focused on winning and making your life as good as possible, it doesn't matter who the president is, right? That's true for most cases. So anyone that's that pissed off That's just that riled up, and that thinks that by taking out Donald Trump, their life is going to be better, or that their mom's life is going to be better. You have it twisted. What are you going to do? Are you going to go assassinate their boss if they get fired? Are you going to go assassinate somebody else? No, it doesn't make sense. All right, it's called educated, not white. He sounds educated. Yeah, this is how I've always talked. People, people think I'm making it up. This is how I talk, right? This is how I talk when I'm ordering food at a restaurant. Hey, can I get a number two, please? Thank you. Manners. I use manners. When I open the door for someone and hold it open, hey, thank you. You have a great day. That's just how I talk. All right. I'm not trying to act white or anything. Uh, Someone said, "What filter are you using?" I'm not using a filter. So this is the in my office. There are these light bulbs that shine yellow. I really don't like them. I like the light bulbs that shine more white, just because the lighting is better. But these light bulbs just shine yellow, so it looks like a filter, and it's annoying. But it's hot as hell outside, and if I open my blinds, a lot of that heat's gonna come in, and I'm gonna be sweating like a dog. So I got to use these room lights. It's not the best lighting, uh, but it gets the job done. Um, Someone said, I don't like that white voice or black. That's misleading. We all speak how we speak. Yeah, right. I mean, I've gone through it, so I'm kind of used to it. Let me see if there's more information. See, what I'm interested in is how is this going to impact the election? Let me know in the comments. Do y'all think that this is going to push Donald Trump closer to being the president? Do y'all think that this is a major turning point? Like, this is like, okay, someone's trying to take his life. Why are they so afraid of him being in office again? Because that's what comes to my mind is you don't try to assassinate somebody if you're not scared. And also, we have to look at the deeper connections, right? I'm not talking about conspiracies or anything like that. I'm just talking about from a purely analytical perspective. Trump has so many enemies. It's going to be hard to pinpoint who exactly was gunning for him. It may have the person who pulled that trigger may be dead, but the person that paid for that trigger to be pulled, they're probably alive. I don't think this was just someone that got in with the. How do you? I don't know what the security is looking like there, but how did that person get into that event with a gun? Right? Where? How did they get into that event with a gun? I haven't been to a Trump rally, so let me know if y'all have. That's a lie. I have been to a Trump rally, uh, but he had already finished speaking, so I don't know if that counts. Someone said, "Are you Michael Jordan?" No, no. He sounds white because he doesn't sound like trash talking. Y'all crazy. Hey, it helps me during interviews. It helps me with clients. I'm not complaining. This is just how I talk. Uh, um, but yeah, do y'all think? Do y'all think that? Okay, let me see. Fight, 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 fight. Stay vigilant and keep President Trump in your prayers. Yeah, this is wild. I hope for the world that Trump is elected. I'm from South Africa, by the way. Cool, cool. Yeah, I mean, listen, y'all. I think that we're at a place right now to where it's not even about the issues anymore. It's really not. It's not even about the issues. It's about who can be right or who can have the win. It's not about the issues. It's not about, trying to better the country or even better your life. It's about who can get the gotcha moment, who can get the aha moment. And I think that, as we move forward with this, I'm going to be interested to see what the other side of the aisle has to say about this and what the spin is going to be. I'm interested to see what conservatives are going to say about this because this is big and more information is going to come out and it's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly, right? And like I was saying earlier, If this was an attempt on Trump's life, this probably was not someone acting alone. This probably was not someone acting alone. It probably was coordinated by higher ups, if we're being real. And there's going to be a lot of speculation that Joe Biden was involved in this. And I don't know, it's hard to say. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comment section. What do y'all think about this whole situation? Because I'm pulling up an article. Someone said money. Trump knows how and where the system is rigged and who they are because he was once on their side. So now they are afraid. That's very possible. That's a great point, Carla. That's a very good point. It was an interesting video I was watching. Someone was saying, in Trump's uh, in his first cycle as president, he's getting used to the office. He's trying to push boundaries and see where the limits are and things like that. But the second term, that's when a lot of presidents just go for it because they can't get reelected. And there are clearly some people who are afraid of the just go for it version of Trump because he was kind of out there even during his first term. So I do think there are people who are afraid. I do think that Trump is holding on to some information that you know uh, that's not going to be good if he's ever in that position. I think there are a lot of people who have talked down on him. I think there are a lot of people that tried to kick him when he was down, and they know he's not just going to take that. They know if he gets in that seat again, it may not be good for him. So there's so now there's people alleging that Russia had something to do with this. So there's some people alleging Russia had something to do with it, and Russia is apparently saying they had nothing to do with it. So Russia is saying they have nothing to do with this. Okay. I wonder if, I mean, let me know what y'all think. Carla said, I'm European. My husband is African. And for what we see, Trump would be better for America and actually for the rest of the world. I'm not gonna disagree with that. Uh, just broadly speaking, if we're talking about Trump versus Biden, just because Biden just doesn't seem like he's there right now. He doesn't seem like he's mentally there. He seems out of it. He seems out of it, and I don't think it's Biden that's pulling the strings. I think that someone else is making decisions and doing things. He just seems out of it. Okay, so I keep refreshing so that if there's anything new, I can give it to y'all. Let me see. Sleepy Joe isn't even aware yet. Okay. So, Secret Service releases statement. He's safe. So he's safe, which is good. But what do y'all think? What do y'all think would motivate somebody to want to take his life? Like, I know there's the things people think he's racist. People think he's the second coming of Hitler and all this other stuff. There's all these narratives out there. But what would push someone to wake up and try to go assassinate Donald Trump? Like on an individual level. Because I'm still like, what did his policies do? What did his words do to you as an individual to where you felt it necessary to wake up and go try to take his life? And another question, I'm not sure about this. I have to read on this. If Donald Trump did get assassinated, how would it work with someone else stepping in to be the nominee? How would that work? Does anyone know how that would work? If Donald Trump were assassinated, how would it work for a potential candidate to come back? Would Ron DeSantis enter? Would Trump's VP? How would that work? Would the Republicans just choose another person and not have to vote on it or anything like that? How would that work if Trump were assassinated? Who would the Republican nominee be? And more importantly, would that person have just as good of a chance or better than Trump to win? This could be Republicans as well. We don't know. But if Trump was taken out, would his replacement have as good of a chance or better than winning because now Trump is a martyr? At this point, Biden isn't making decisions for himself. His team is, and that's what my issue is. That's a good point, Sean. If Donald Trump was killed, they'd run an emergency race and see who came out. Okay. This has nothing to do with Russia, man. Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with Russia. That wasn't even on my mind. Uh it's just this is what people say online, and yeah, narratives get pushed out there. I really want to see if Biden's going to speak out about this. Right? I really want to see if Biden's going to speak out about this, because whenever there's a shooting at a school or there's a shooting here, a shooting there, people on the left tend to come out and talk about gun control. Like, I wonder, are they going to spin it? That'd be interesting if Democrats try to spin it and say, "See, this is why we need gun control, because you could just walk into a presidential rally and try to assassinate someone running for president. You can just walk in and try to assassinate someone running for president. That's why we need gun control." I could see that story being the spin. What do y'all think? Will Democrats try to spin this and use it to advocate for gun control, which I haven't really heard much on gun control lately, surprisingly. Someone asked me if I eat fried chicken. I really do not. I know what they're trying to do there, but I'm going to answer it because I'm petty. I really don't eat fried chicken because it's high in saturated fat a lot of the times, high in cholesterol stuff. I eat mainly skinless chicken breast, unless I'm eating a Nashville hot chicken sandwich. Nashville hot chicken sandwich, man, I'm going ham. I'm going in. Nashville hot chicken sandwich. Uh, if you're ever in Dallas, Texas, there's a place called Ricky's. Ricky's hot chicken sandwich. Check them out. They got pretty good hot chicken sandwiches. So yeah, listen, y'all. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I just wanted to get on and give my perspective on this because this is wild. I was literally at the park with my family, and I saw this video, and I was like, people need to stop playing with this damn AI. This is too much. Then I see this news outlet, this influencer saying it. It's wild. No, Sean, somebody did ask me about the fried chicken. Uh, they did ask me about the fried chicken, but I'm, just being petty, answering it. I know what they're getting at, but I'm here for it. It's one of the privileges of being online. But listen, y'all, I appreciate your support. I got a steak that I'm cooking. Y'all want to see the steak real quick? I'm gonna give y'all a little sneak peek of this steak because I got a prime rib steak that I'm about to throw down on the cast iron. This is someone said, so it's real. Yeah, this is a behind the scenes exclusive, right? Where are you going? You're not getting this on anywhere else on the internet. You get a Trump reaction video and you get to see the steak. So I take my steak out, prime ribeye, and I let it sit for like 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Good marbling right there. And I got the cast iron I got to clean out, but I'll throw that on the cast iron and get it taken care of. But yeah, so yeah, that's really why I'm in a rush, is because I've been letting that steak sit out for 30 minutes and I gotta season it and everything. I'm making what am I making? I'm making steak and French toast. So I'm being a fat ass tonight. Steak and French toast with some egg and potato. So yeah. But I appreciate y'all's support. If you have not liked this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and just thank y'all for the support. Be safe. Have a great rest of your weekend. And thank you for tuning in. I'll see y'all next time.